Good afternoon and welcome to your Northside announcements for January 26, 2022. For all students who intend to go to college and need help filling out the FAFSA, Northside is hosting a FAFSA help session on February 2nd, 2022 in the upper level of the main gym. The FAFSA is one of the most important steps for going to college. Getting help on this and finishing it now will make it easier for you to get into college later.
In yearbook news, the last day to purchase a yearbook is January 28th. Cost is $65. Purchase it online at yearbookforever.com.
If you are interested in joining Northside Student Council, they meet every Friday morning in F109 at 8:20. Check it out.
Academic team is starting, and if you are interested in joining, see Mr. Fisher in F209 for more details. There are 5 teams this year: social studies, science, fine arts, English, and math. The topic this season is Canada.
The Salvation Army Drop in Center is a great place for students to go on Monday evenings from 4 to 6 p.m. They offer a lot of things for students to do, resources for help on homework, access to Wi-Fi, and activities. Please check out the Salvation Army Drop-In Center located 2901 North Clinton.
Seniors, do you love free money? Fort Wayne Community Schools offers more than 10 scholarships to FWCS students. 4 of these scholarships are specifically available to Northside students only. These scholarships range from $500 to $26,000. Come to Guidance to get an application.
Northside will be hosting its 27th Annual Jazz Festival on Saturday, February 19th, and will feature Chad L.B., the New Millennium Jazz Orchestra, and the Wildsiders.
Seniors, what are your plans after graduation? If you've been accepted into college, trade school, or the military, come down to the Guidance office and see Mrs. Workman to be recognized.
In Media Center news, we would like to feature a segment that will be broadcasted in our next episode of The Legendary Ledger.
Hello and welcome to your Legendary Ledger. Our feature today actually is with the Media Center specialist, Miss Dory Graham. Thank you for coming today.
It's my pleasure.
So this is your first year at Northside High School. What do you think so far?
It has been quite an adventure. I was originally a children's librarian, so working with high schoolers has been a wonderful but new experience.
So from your perspective, what are some of the commonalities with being a children's specialist versus what you're doing right now?
One of the biggest differences is that I don't do story times, but one thing that I love about working with high schoolers that is comparable to working with children is just finding the right book for them. I consider it a treasure hunt, and that I'm in some ways a professional treasure hunter. So every time I get to break down what a student likes and what book meshes perfectly with them, that's my favorite part of the job.
So one of the things that we make an awful big deal about, or at least Mr. West and Mr. Hissong used to, is our circulation numbers. We usually crush the rest of the district in books and circulation. Is that still the case?
It is, from what I can tell. This past semester, we did over 9,500 circulations, which I think is very, very impressive. Granted, I have not done school setting previously, so I didn't have anything to compare it to until I started talking to some of the other librarian or media specialists around the district, and it's pretty high.
So you got a lot of classes coming and going out of there.
We definitely do.
So as far as the Media Center is concerned, what are some of the services that we currently offer that students might not know about?
One of the services that we offer right now that I've had a little bit of trouble making certain that students know about is Mackin Via, which is an app that they can reach through Clever that has ebooks galore. There is a librarian who is dedicated to curating that collection, and it's shared amongst all of the schools in Indiana that got a subscription to it. So we have access to any book not any book, but most of the books that you can find in our library, you can also find via Mackin Via on ebook. So if you have trouble returning things, if you want to read on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer, it's a great resource. Although you'll never have the same experience as when you're touching an actual book.
Well, that begs the question of that might be something that we could do a more concerted effort with, as far as like dedicating some class time to actually roll that out. And that's something, as the language arts department chair, I could probably swing that. So recently you had a bookmark design contest. Explain what went into the thinking behind that, and also like, what the results were and the like.
Yeah, so that was an idea that I got while brainstorming with Mrs. DeBailey, who's head of the PTSA, on how to celebrate Youth Reading Week, or Teen Read Week, which happens in late October. We were late to the ball, and like I said, I used to work with children who were 12 and younger, so I was not aware of what week it was. But as we were deciding what we wanted to do in November and December, it was one of the ideas that I had. And so we used to do that at the Allen County Public Library every year, and I was like, hey, this would be a cool way. Bookmarks are incredibly popular here at Northside.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
I feel like they get collected almost like Pokemon cards. So I really wanted a way for our students to be able to contribute to that.
Okay. Well, that said, too, we obviously you're sitting here in the Legendary Ledger, and one of the ideas that we might want to do, or it could be its own thing, is maybe like book talk with students. And we'll talk more about that, but that might be something that where we bring students on here, or you're the host of the segment and you talk with some of the students and the books that they've chosen. Because really, like, what we're trying to go toward is a more community-based show and not a Tom Bailey-based show. Like, we're trying to get more of that in there. So is there anything else that you'd like to add about the Media Center before we close the segment?
Yeah, as we head into April, it's National Poetry Month, so we'll be doing a poetry contest in April. I'm also in the process of putting together a fake news scavenger hunt that will be in the library, and you can do the hunt as a class, or you can do the hunt as an individual. It's just going to be some things that are hidden around the library that you have to figure out whether it is true or false, a reliable source or an unreliable source, trustworthy or not.
Not that we don't need that in this era, right? Well, thank you for coming out, Miss Graham. And so that was our Media Center feature for the Legendary Ledger, and there's probably going to be some follow-up to that. Thank you for following along. Have a great rest of your day.
To watch the first episode of the Legendary Ledger, check out the Northside High School Legends YouTube channel.
To build upon the previous segment, Northside has begun a new feature podcast and show called The Legendary Ledger. Here's a video that provides more information about the show.
Hello, this is Mr. Tom Bailey, TV radio broadcast teacher at Northside High School. I'm here to talk to you about a new podcast and show that we've already started here at Northside High School called The Legendary Ledger. In fact, if you are subscribed to the Northside High School YouTube Legends channel, you'd have gotten the notification last week on Thursday evening that we uploaded our first episode in our first season. On that episode, we actually featured the wrestling team with Coach Hershey and Senior Byron Oliva. The second thing that we featured were two great teachers here at Northside High School, Miss Erin Baumgartner and Joe Carter. And of course, we did a little feature about some of the seniors who've greatly contributed to TV radio broadcast in the last 2 years that we've had this program. With that said, we are always open to ideas for shows. And if you have an idea for a segment, or there's something going on that's really positive at Northside High School that you'd like to have as a segment on this show, please feel free to reach out to us at the email address listed below, specifically nshslegendaryledger@gmail.com. We would be happy to get some information from you if you are interested in contributing, if you're interested in hosting. We're open to an awful lot of things, but we have a lot of really good things that happen here at Northside High School, but we don't always hear about them. So if you can reach out to us via that email address, that would allow us to include your feature both on our podcast and our YouTube channel, as well as on LTV, the public access channels that are on cable. So thank you, and hopefully we hear back from you.
Check out the Northside High School Legends YouTube channel for previous episodes and subscribe to get notifications on upcoming episodes.
And now for our sports roundup.
I am Amari picking this year's sports roundup for January 26, 2022. The girls' basketball team will play at Concordia tomorrow. Good luck. Northside varsity boys basketball team will play Friday night away versus Concordia. The freshman and reserve team will be playing tomorrow, Thursday, at home in the main gym. We intend to live stream those two games. Follow the Northside High School Legends YouTube channel for more information. Softball preseason workouts are happening Monday and Thursdays are from 5 to 6:30 on the K Hall Bridge, and Tuesdays, Wednesdays are in the weight room. Please sign up in the athletic office and get a schedule if you don't already have one. Any questions, contact Coach Walker. In other sports news, baseball conditioning is happening on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the weight room from 4:15 to 5:15 with Lucas. Also, girls track conditioning takes place Mondays and Thursdays in the weight room after school from 4:15 to 5:15. And that was your sports roundup for January 26, 2022.
These have been your Northside announcements for Wednesday, January 26, 2022. Have a great day.